back, everybody, to episode 5 of Crush Plays D&D. And I am with everybody from Crush, or at least 4 people in Ottawa: Jordan, Dan, Christine, and Al, as we continue our adventure uncovering the mystery in Orlane. So, when last we left our intrepid adventurers, they were mopping up a pack of troglodytes that they had found in the basement of the Foaming Mug Tavern. Did you guys want to recap anything further from what had happened there, or dive right in for what you're going to do next?
It was a real sloppy fight from what I can remember, at least on my part. I tried valiantly on multiple occasions to kick the crap out of some monsters and failed miserably.
No, you killed a troglodyte.
Really?
Yes.
We killed 5 lizard men.
It's true.
I just remember rolling a lot of 1s and 2s is what I remember.
You jumped into
last
the fray.
session we all rolled horribly.
You jumped into the fray right off the hop. You were in some minor trouble at one point. You killed a troglodyte, and I believe you damaged another one greatly. So stop putting yourself down, Gnorman.
Yeah, man. Come on.
I mean, yes, my brother. My friend and I came in, and we had to kill 2 of them. And yes, Glonda needed to provide bardic inspiration, but I mean, you were great. Like, you were really good. Like, we could not have done it without you.
Well, you did great work as that spider going to steal.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was actually proud of that.
Yeah, I mean, you've been shape-shifting like a madman.
Darn right.
When in Rome.
All right, so let's pick it up from there then. When last we were in combat, just looking at people's statuses, John Duran had inhaled a big snootful of troglodyte musk and is currently looking pretty green, feeling very under the weather from that. Your ears are also ringing from Glonda's thunder wave that she cast. In fact, there is a thin layer of dust mote flying through the air as the foundation of the building itself looks like it has been unsettled to some degree. You hear the creak of timbers. It did not stand up well to the blast, the concussive blast of that thunder wave. But you do see 5 troglodyte corpses oozing their greeny black ichor from the wounds that you inflicted on them. The room itself, you didn't get a chance to have a good look at it. It is looks to be a tool room.
Any cool weapons?
Well, the troglodytes themselves were armed with crude stone axes, and the brief look around, you can see that the tool room contains some long timbers, some hammers, a big saw, like a carpenter's saw, but that's essentially what you can see just from where you are.
You said they were axes?
Yes, think Flintstones, like the kind of axe that you might use to,
bonk a dinosaur.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Got it.
We're talking like pre. What's the alien? Gazoo.
Yes, definitely pre-Gazoo. Yeah.
Pre-Gazoo.
Yeah.
So I also have low hit points here. Let's be honest. I'm at 8, and I'm feeling kind of woozy.
I think the first order of business is to heal. Can we?
Could we long rest?
So a long rest would take you 8 hours. That's essentially sleeping overnight. Short rest you could do, it would take you an hour, and you could then roll to regain some of your hit points. I don't know. I think some of you have some cure spells.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a healing word that I could use, but then I'm down to 1 spell. But I'll use it if no one else has anything that they could use, perhaps in a ritual.
Well, I think I can lay on hands on myself.
I've got Song of Healing.
So Song of Healing you have to use during a rest.
During a fight?
period. No,
Oh, during a
a
rest.
rest, yeah.
Short or long?
Chair recognizes Al Connors.
I've got some monkish medicine skills. Would medicine do anything against whatever Joe John Duran has inhaled?
Yeah, so medicine, it won't provide you extra hit points. What it can do though is if you get knocked down below 0, you can stop somebody from bleeding out. Basically, is what you would use that for.
Can I use a
Okay, got it.
cantrip for cure wounds?
You could totally use a cantrip to cure wounds. Yep.
Okay, I want to do that.
All right. So that is cure wounds. It is that's a first level spell. I don't think that's a cantrip though.
Oh, I thought it was a chant. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Can I use that anyway?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
I think you've got as a second level bard, you've got 3 spell slots. So you have used Thunder Wave. Not sure if you used anything else. I'm just suggesting that if you oh no, well no, sorry, it's not a cantrip. We've just figured that out. But if you want to cast it as a first level spell, it's going to use up one of your spell slots.
Okay. And I've only got 2 left.
I don't remember you casting any other spells, but I could be wrong. Did you Hideous Laughter him? I can't remember.
I might have. It looks like my thing says 2 slots for max.
Well, let's go with that then. So it sounds like you've got 2 to use. So you could indeed use 1. Jojandron also does have Lay on Hands if you want to keep your spell slots.
Yeah, how about I just
Okay.
lay on my own hands?
All right.
It's
That's
easiest for everyone, right?
Cool. So you can, I believe, do 10 plus your level. I think you've got it written down there on your sheet how many you can heal.
Well, of course I do. The question is where I find that.
So probably where it says under abilities, Lay on Hands.
I'll just do a find.
It'll be a note somewhere.
Yes. 1.
All right, 1 what?
You can. You're. Yeah.
your bluff is failing. All right, so it is. I've got your character sheet here.
I found it. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, so you're looking at the note that it's got there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can restore a total number of hit points equal to your paladin level, which is 2 times 5. So
10.
yeah, you can heal up to 10 hit points, and then you're done until you do a long rest.
Okay, how about I do that then?
Okay, so how many you're going to heal all 10? Because I think
Yeah.
if I look correctly here, you're 8 from 19, so that'll bring you back up to 18.
That'd be terrific.
Okay, so he holds on to himself, maybe chants a holy ritual, and is looking a whole lot better.
How's my wooziness?
It passes. You don't want to stay in this room next to them, though, because the longer you're there, you continue to feel like, oh, this is gross.
Well, my friends, can we skedaddle back up the stairs here?
Yeah, and do we want to go back to the inn and have a proper rest, or do we and then start fresh tomorrow morning, or do we want to go to that service?
I think we want to go to the service.
Are we all okay with that?
How much time do we have? Can we have a short rest before the service? Or do we want to scour upstairs in the MacGuffins?
I just want to take a quick look around the basement, the 2 rooms, just in case
Yeah.
there's some money, there's some items, something valuable perhaps for Shimmering Pete.
If you bros want to check out and search upstairs, Glenda and I can search downstairs.
Okay, how about me and my friend go upstairs then, and you
I'm
stay
going
down here.
to transform out of wolf.
Okay.
And back into my half elf body.
We can make that happen. Turgar. Update.
Now, before we depart this room, I don't care if is there a way that we don't see any possible hidden passages inside this room, do we?
There is nothing obvious, but there's nothing stopping you from looking for such a
Yeah,
thing.
I'd like to.
Okay, so you're searching for hidden passages,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a feeling that Galanda and Norman were looking around the basement for looking through for stuff. And what is Jojandron going to do?
I'm going to go upstairs and kind of just look around and get some fresh air. Crack open a window.
Okay, so let's have all of you roll your investigation. So it is an investigation test. You're rolling a die 20 and adding your investigation modifier to it. If you have one. In Jojandron's case, that's actually -1.
Okay, so 15 plus. So I rolled an 18.
I rolled a 19, -1 for 18.
Okay.
I rolled a 13 plus nothing, 13.
And Al rolls a natural 1.
I'm glad you could see that because I didn't see it.
Oh, boo. Okay, Dan, you don't discover any secret doors or anything. The walls are very solid, but you do discover in an empty tool crate behind the door, you find a small sack hidden away in that empty tool crate, and it has the clink clink of money in it.
Ooh, how much?
There's a fair number of coins, at least several hundred coins, and you also
Wow.
get a glint of some gems in there. It'll take you a while to count through it.
Okay, well, hey, I found this. We'll split it up once we are safely out of here. So we'll split that 4 ways, gang.
Norman is convinced that there is a door behind behind one of these casks here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He is absolutely convinced there's something there.
I've just got a gnomish gut feeling. And so to discover whether or not that is true, I'm sure there's an action I can take.
let's open it up.
Norman, I really don't think there's anything back there.
No, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it was just properly built brick.
It might be a underground rave club. Good Norman.
In fact, Christine, Galanda has a trait as a dwarf called stone cunning, which origin of stonework. Well, anyway, I'll just give this. You get a sense that the stonework around the walls there is pretty much filled in. You know, it's nothing elaborate. You
Oh.
don't sense that there's a secret door, at least where Norman is concerned.
Listen here, Norman. I am considered proficient in the history skill of stonework.
Uh-huh.
I
Mm.
can tell you for a fact, this is just a well-built building. Nobody's been here in years, and it's still standing strong.
As you say that, one of the timbers falls down, and
You
a
didn't see
pile of
nothing.
dust falls down from the main floor. Jojandron narrowly steps out of the way from upstairs.
I want out of here.
Okay, yeah. If there's no money down here and there's no paths down here, then
No,
let's
I
bounce.
found money.
Down. I'm downstairs. You're upstairs.
No, he's down there with you.
You're
Right there.
downstairs.
Yeah.
I never let him
There.
I-
I'm upstairs.
Yes,
Under-
your
under-
check upstairs results not in anything, Jojandron.
I got my head out the window.
So, Good Norman, there's nothing where you sensed that possibly there was a door there. What are we saying here? A glonda?
I mean, now I'm looking around for like religious symbols or I'm not, because I think, am I wrong? Is it
You're
just
seeing the face of Jesus in that wall, in that moss there.
the
It's
weird
clearly something.
veins? Yeah.
Okay, so
maybe
it doesn't
just
sound like
call
there's anything else.
The monastery.
Let's go. Let's kick it.
What's this
All right.
here? Wait,
Where?
how do I make a signal again?
Click twice.
No, you click on the bell and then click where you want it to be.
Oh, I see. Okay, wait, there.
Oops, sorry, that was an accident.
There.
Tongue.
What's that? There.
I didn't. Oh, I see.
The side of the room.
Oh,
Oh,
that
it's
is
a-
it is a door, in fact.
We haven't gone in there.
And it looks like it is barred on this side.
Ooh. Like we can remove the bar, you mean?
Remove the bar.
But
Oh, so it's
Remove
hard to
that
keep something-
bar.
Keep something from escaping that room.
yeah, but
Like,
aren't you curious what the
Yeah,
troglodytes were
saying, just
holding
be
captive?
ready.
They could have been protecting something. Let's go get Jojandron.
Yeah, let's get
He's our
Jojandron
fighter.
down here. Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming down the stairs. I heard you guys talking about. I heard a little bit. What door? What bar? What are you guys talking about?
This one.
You dinging it?
I dung
she
it.
just dung it.
Good.
Okay. All
Oh,
right. I'll go first.
Ignore that.
That is a terribly bad dong.
No, I was trying to turn my bell off.
Oh yeah,
And
I
you're
gotta fix that.
talking about dongs.
Okay, so are you removing the bar and opening the door?
Remove the bar.
Hold on, who's going to be in front? I feel like
Joe
Joe.
John.
Yes, put him in the front. And I'm not going to be in an animal form just yet.
Okay, I'll put in there.
I'll be too. I think I can't just go back to the wolf, can I?
Okay, so you have gone into wolf, and that was I think 11 hit points out of your pool.
Yeah.
So you could probably, I don't know if you've been keeping track of how many you've got left, but you could probably go in at least one more time.
I'm at 11 hit points. You said I don't.
You know that pool at the top of the character
Yeah.
sheet with the wild shape hit points. So
Oh, it's at the top of the sheet.
yes, you have a larger pool for that because you're a circle of the moon.
31 max. I didn't write down what I'm current. My current wild shape hit points is 11, not 31.
No, the transforming into a wolf. That is. Remember, I sent you all the animal forms, and they have. So the wolf's hit points would be what you deduct from that. That is.
And I do have that.
Yeah. Wolf, of course.
Wolf is 11 hit points.
Yeah. Good memory, Andrew. So yes, you would deduct 11 from that, and then when you don't have enough hit points in that pool to go into the shape you want, you can't transform it.
What is my current wild shape hit points right now? Because it says 31, but I think that's too much.
I think it probably is. Although you've just been transforming into spiders and stuff, so I don't think that you've actually really depleted it yet.
Okay, so let's say
it's at 20 right now.
Okay. All right, I'll shapeshift back into the wolf before we
Done. Cool, and we'll put you right next to there.
Right.
Okay, so are you opening that door then?
Well, I'm not because I'm a wolf.
I'm going to open the door with my bare hands.
Yes, the bar easily comes off, and you open the door, and it reveals stairs going up, and you can see daylight outside. It is.
It's just the back door.
It's the staircase that I just dung up the top
Right.
there.
That's not exciting at all.
No, but you get a sense that this is maybe how one could get in and out of this this inn, as opposed to going through the roof.
Right.
Like you did.
All right. Well, we can just leave through here then. So it wasn't a terrible waste.
A little bit of.
Is there any before we go? I just want to see if is there any residual signs of the murder that took place?
Certainly upstairs, you can see the blood has stained the wood floors. It's the evidence of past murder and mayhem are here. But apart from that, you'd have to be a bit more specific about what you were looking for.
Well, I was curious about that blood you mentioned. Are we able to get to determine what species of blood that is?
Your CSI skills are pretty bare. So,
Okay.
I don't think you could. It does look red though, not the greenish black of the creatures you just killed. If that helps.
That helps. And we're able to determine how many victims there were, for example, just by the. Or is this something we knew already?
If you want to determine that, you'd have to roll your investigation.
Let me do that.
I mean, I think we were told, but I don't know if we should trust what we were told.
Fair.
Nice.
Ooh, not bad, Jordan.
So
yeah.
-1.
Yep, still -1. That's pretty decent. You wander around and put on your Columbo hat, and you sense that there were at least 5 murders, or at least 5 serious wounds, based on the blood that you have seen stained into the floor in the main room and in what appears to be the kitchen. So there are 4 distinct areas in the main room, and then up in the kitchen. Here, I'll name them for you. So there in the main room, and there. And there.
And there's no remains at all on the floor.
No.
It's all been cleaned up.
It seems to they've all been cleared up and moved away.
Is the blood patterns, are they all similar? We're looking at just normal fights, or does it look like there were ripped heads off with a lot of blood?
It's hard to gauge at this point because the here, I'll move you up into the actual area where you are now. It's hard to gauge because it's been so long and you're not really pathologists per se.
And the detritus in the room, that's just from, it's probably been cleaned up since the murders took place. And anything else was just from...
Well, it looks like it's been gone over. Like
Yeah.
anything of value has been removed. But apart from that, it's pretty much ransacked. Anything left over is either trashed or soiled beyond recognition.
Now, just learning our lesson from Dan's previous investigation, are there any floorboards or trapdoors that are obvious with a once-over scan?
So you did search up here, and you did not detect anything when you did your search up here.
Okay.
So there are no extra secret doors. It's impossible to go upstairs. Well, actually, it's not true. You came in from upstairs, but the ceiling collapsed into the upstairs, and it's a total ruin upstairs. It's impassable. There's no way to get up there apart from through the structure and into this room.
Have we looked inside the fireplaces, put our heads in and looked up?
I'm assuming you would have as part of your investigation role. And,
Okay, I have no further questions.
Okay. The defense rests. So, anything else you wanted to do here?
Have we learned anything from this place, gang?
No.
Other than
Okay, then let's go to the
coins?
freaking.
Well, we've learned that there's troglodytes hiding here, so there's absolutely something sinister afoot in the village.
Yeah, we learned that last week, though. We're wasting time. Let's go to the church.
Yeah.
When is the service set, Major?
The service is just before sunset. So that's going to be in about half an hour or so.
Do you want to go
so we
freshen
can
up?
go put on our Sunday best.
Yeah.
And then go to the service.
Why don't we go
Yeah.
to the inn and have a 1 hour? Will that give us anything if we have that 1 hour short rest?
We can. I want to go straight to church.
And
Let's
see
go.
if we can investigate a little bit beforehand.
Let's
I'm gonna
go
bring you
wash
back to
this
where they are.
troglodyte blood off our hands
Yeah.
and then go to the
Take a
church.
quick chow, and then let's go to the service.
Now, I don't want to alarm anybody, but there is only one shower, and we're a bit short for time.
That's
So
okay.
in fact, there are
Norman and
zero
I are a
showers.
bit short period.
Okay.
Oh,
So we may have to do our washing together. I hope that's okay with everybody.
you keep belling.
Good.
You would have to have a bath is what you would have to do, and it would probably take a significant amount of time to warm the water and all that stuff.
But the only way Glonda knows how to bathe anyhow is just water and then under the pits, and that's it.
Get over there.
I'm trying to put myself in the inn. Or
Yeah.
where are you putting me?
Well, you were over there. Yes, I'm sorry. We were both trying to do that at the same time. Now it's
Oh,
cool. So, yes, tell me what you would like to do.
We're going to the inn. We're gonna
Yeah.
change.
yeah.
Divvy up this cash that Tergar found,
hmm
and then on our way to the service we go.
Okay. So the cash, as you are cleaning yourselves up, somebody's counting the money. Somebody want to write this down?
Yeah.
It is 7 platinum pieces,
Wow.
80 gold pieces, 250 silver pieces, and 5 gems of an undetermined value because none of you are gemologists.
It's a lot of cheese.
So a fair
I am a
amount of cheese.
rockologist.
Well, there
I know stones.
you do know stones, but not gems per se.
Dang. Is
Okay.
this perhaps a valuable piece that someone like Shimmering Pete would be down for?
He was looking for a magical item.
All right. Okay.
So that's 20 gold pieces per. Let's do this fast because this is possibly important. That'll be 20.
Oh, wait,
That's
hold on.
easy.
Dan, I owe you $375, so you can just take that off mine.
What? Why?
And
Bus fare.
Us fair.
yeah, for bus fare. And then Good Norman, you said you repay me 50 cents,
Nice.
but you were going to give half of that to Glonda. So just, Dan, factor that all in with your calculations. That's easy.
So if we take 20 gold pieces each, we could each take 62 pieces of silver each, and then we could leave Belba a 2 silver tip. Is that a lot?
It's not bad.
Okay. So we
Silver
could
is
leave,
the common currency.
we could give Belba a 2 silver tip. Then the interesting piece is with the platinum and the gems where there's
What's more valuable, platinum pieces or gems?
Platinum pieces are much more valuable than gold pieces, but gems are, it depends, right? Like it depends on the value of the gem. A diamond would be worth more than an amethyst. But you don't, it looks like a pretty...
The way
Sorry.
that I'm looking at this, there's 5 gems, so we each get 1, and then
Yeah.
there's 1 extra one. So one person could get that 1 extra one, and then everybody else gets an extra platinum piece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. All right. Okay.
Cool.
So you're back at the inn. You've counted the money. You've freshened yourselves up. What are you changing your clothes? Are you arming yourselves? What are you doing in preparation to go to this big service?
Ooh, we could arm ourselves. I don't
Well,
have anything.
I'm gonna wear my personally. I'm gonna wear my where the heck is my fine clothes and carry my scroll of pedigree with me.
Of course you will, because you like to show that off. I should mention that as you came out from the Foaming Mug Inn towards the Inn of the Slumbering Servant, you did pass people that are going. They look all cleaned up and are going towards the temple. Families, husbands, wives with their kids, kind of thing.
Can we? I just sorry to go back, but we didn't finish how shouldn't we finish how we're divvying up that stuff?
Sure. Who wants the extra gem really bad?
You got it.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
I'll take the
Greg
extra gem, and you guys take 2 platinum pieces each.
So, Andrew,
Yes.
I'm assuming PP is our platinum pieces on our. Okay. Where do we put the gems?
Gems, just put them in your equipment for now.
Like
I know
value?
what their value is, but it really comes into play when you find somebody who can tell you what they're worth.
Right. So
Or-
in the items, 1 gem, like that would be sufficient.
Yep.
Okay.
So we put 20 PP.
You got 20 GP. You got 62 SP. Now, if you had GP, add it to 20, and then you now have 62 SP. Unless you had silver before, I didn't.
62
Done.
62 and 2 PP.
And
and
then
2 PP.
I get 1 PP.
You get 1 PP, but you get 2 gems.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, terrific.
You got to go PP.
Hey,
PP solved. We've done it.
so I don't need to gear up because I'm carrying everything with me. So I've got my weapons and magic, my U wand. So I'm good to go. What about you guys?
Let's do it. Let's go to this service.
I'm good. I haven't been to church since I left the monastery.
Joe John, do you need to bring your shield?
No, I was just gonna bring my scroll of pedigree and my fine clothes. I don't think we're gonna be fighting.
As my good friend Hosier once said, "Take me to church. I'm banging on the back of my leg."
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Thank
That
you.
brought a tear to my eye. That's really
You know
nice.
what? I'm even gonna leave my 5 javelins.
Well,
No, bring
not
those.
javelins.
Do you?
Okay, I'll bring 4 of them. I'll bring 4. I'll leave 1.
But I'm not kidding. Bring your raw collection.
Okay. So what I get is that Jorjondron is not going armed.
Oh, I should bring
Bringing
a holy symbol.
He's bringing his holy symbol.
Hold on. You're not bringing anything to fight?
Well, it's a
No, bring your sword. You don't know
it's a
what you're
place
walking
of
into.
worship.
What? Bring your sword.
Have
your sword.
none of you been to a temple before? Come on, gang.
No, yes, they're
The whole
creepy.
place.
Bloodbath.
Bring your sword. We know bad things are happening here. Bring
Okay.
your sword.
I will bring my sword, but I'll disguise it as a religious artifact.
It is a 4-foot piece of sharp metal.
Yeah, I'll
With-
put like a label on it that says "Property of the Gods."
Are you bringing your javelins?
I'm
Do
gonna
you
bring
know how much you
bringing 4 of my 5 javelins. I'm leaving
All right.
one.
Well, you
Out
know
of
how much you
respect.
love throwing them, and I would hate for you to miss out on an opportunity to use them.
I'm bringing my great sword, my holy symbol, my scroll of pedigree. I'm gonna put on my signet ring. I'm gonna take 4 of my 5 javelins. I have my great sword, and
Not
I'm wearing
your-
my 5.
And not your shield.
I'll bring my shield.
Okay. On your back.
Yeah.
The irony
You know what?
is that
Hold on. I'm gonna bring my 5th javelin.
are you so you're wearing your fine clothes and not your armor for this, just to be clear?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. How about you, Glonda? What are you wearing and carrying?
I look good in my regular, everyday, common clothes outfit, and I'm leaving my leather armor on because it accentuates my curves real nice.
Okay. Norman?
I don't think I have anything extra to wear. Norman is how he is.
He is just as he is. Sweet. So you get yourselves all shined up, and as you are heading out, Belba and Alwyn are also leaving, and they say, "Oh, are you coming with us to the service?
Hell yeah!
Oh, we can all go together. How nice."
Alba,
And she
does this
says,
thing last long?
"Well, it depends on what kind of a sermon Misha will give, but you should be out before an hour. We'll have a lovely meal when we come back."
Who's Misha?
Misha is the priestess at the temple.
Oh.
Owen sort of goes, "Yeah, she's all right. I don't like her sermons as much as I can't remember his name. What was his name? He was such a nice guy, and I don't remember because I'm the GM, not remembering." He says, "I don't enjoy her sermons as much as Abramo's, but well, you take what you can get, I suppose."
Mm-hmm.
And with that, they start marching on.
Would
We
you
sit-
not like
we sit with
about
them?
Misha's, would you like? What's the difference, Owen?
Oh, he was just I don't know, sagely man. I don't know. Don't call me old-fashioned, I suppose, but not sure there's much place for a woman running a church. You know,
Is that not common around these parts?
it comes and goes. We've had both. I think she's a little young for the responsibility of managing the temple.
All right. Well, lead on.
So with that, you enter the temple. You wander through the village. Calling the city would be a bit grand. You see, they would go not the way you went to the foaming mug. They would go the north side of the pond, and then enter the temple from the south. So I will change our scene to there. Where's the temple? There we go. Sure hope I chose the right scene.
Looks
Yes.
right. Oh, Nima's here.
No, yeah,
I
she
can't
will
see
be.
it.
She's gonna go with you. Why not?
Cool,
So I can't see it. So should I refresh?
Yes.
Okay.
If you can't see, refresh. I guess I will refresh screen, which also.
Oh, I logged out. And there I am. Okay. I think I just had to be patient. All right. That's,
So there are lots of villagers. I'm not going to add them all to the scene here, but imagine there's a bit of a bustle. Some faces that you might recognize. Zacharias is there with his wife and kids, and he's talking to a woman in robes you have not met before. They are actually. I will just.
how do we zoom out again?
You can
Control scroll.
or
Got it.
control plus, control minus will give you a
Okay.
bit more.
Got it.
So Misha is out front talking with Zacharias. It's not there, and I suppose I can add.
You put her very hot picture of a girl for Misha.
Well, yeah.
Well, she is indeed hot. So what can I tell you?
Oh, we lost Jordan.
Like,
Oh no.
oh yeah.
Maybe we'll get him back.
He probably ran back to grab his last javelin.
we'll get him.
Yeah, he'll be there.
Is that Claudia Schiffer? No.
I was gonna say Misha Barton. Is it Misha Barton?
It could
Did you just
very well
Google the
be.
name
Yeah.
Misha?
Yeah.
It's probably
Yeah.
Misha Barton.
Yeah.
You guys
That is-
ever see the OC?
No.
She was also the little girl in The Sixth Sense.
What?
The one who, the one in the tent who puked.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it was Misha Barton. She died. Her funeral. Great movie. That's my favorite movie.
That's a
Oh,
good
not in real life though.
No,
yeah.
not in real life.
Just the
She-
character died.
Yes.
In the movie, The Sixth Sense.
I don't remember it. It's been so long.
Oh, you should watch it. It's great. After
I
Christmas, though.
did watch it again, and I found that because you know the end, I couldn't.
No, you got it. We'll talk about this later.
Okay, all right, okay.
We get. Oh, we did. Good.
Yeah, we
Welcome
got
back, Jordan.
John Duran back, who is
Brother back. I mean,
You're muted, Jordan.
my friend, my good friend, that's like a brother, but could be my brother.
excellent. Let's describe the temple to you so you know what this looks like.
Did I miss anything?
No, you have just arrived at the temple.
Sorry, folks, my computer died.
Oh, crappy.
Like literally.
All good. We were just arguing over Misha Barton. You ever watch the
Oh.
OC, Jordan?
Sorry?
You ever watch the OC?
Nope.
Okay,
No pending.
that's fine.
Oh, can you please don't say the OC?
Why?
My phone thinks that that's what her name is.
OC.
Don't say.
Okay. So the temple is dedicated to the benign goddess, and it's constructed from granite blocks brought all the way from the Lort Mill Mountains, significantly far away. The granite wall around the temple is 20 feet high. The gates are strong and wooden. Carved into them with precise craftsmanship is an ornate carving of the good goddess Marika, portrayed as a beautiful young woman. The temple building itself is made of solid granite blocks and is completely windowless. In the courtyard, it is open. The gates are open to your approach. At your approach, you hear the ringing of a bell, summoning people to prayer. A broad path leads to the doors of the temple. The courtyard itself is empty except for grounds they don't seem to be well tended, even though you do see a gardener nearby seemingly putting away tools and such. Yeah, so is there anything you want to do when you arrive? Belba and Alwyn move inside, letting you move to your own devices.
Should we say hello to Zacharias? Introduce ourselves to Misha?
I'm going to introduce myself to Misha.
That was my idea.
Well, I'm just going ahead and doing it. Hello, Priestess Misha. That's what I'm supposed to call you.
Okay, so you go up and and sort of get into their space, and she turns and looks at you and nods serenely and says, "Welcome to the Temple of Marika." And Zacharias says, "Yes, these are new visitors to our town." Wait, you haven't actually talked to Zacharias yet. You just
I just spied on him.
right. I have not yet had the pleasure myself. So, please, I am Zacharias, mayor of this town. This is Misha Devi, the benign priestess of the temple.
Well, we're really excited about doing this service. How long does the service last?
She smiles like she's heard this question before and says, "No more than an hour."
Oh, good. Okay. I mean, because if it was any less, I would feel cheated. I'm really excited to go through this whole thing.
Yes, excellent. And more villagers are walking past you into the temple. Well, your timing is very good. We will be beginning soon. Are you followers of Marika?
I'd have to check.
Learning. I want to learn more about the teachings of Marika. I've heard only just a soupçon of information about this deity, and I want to know more. I'm in. I want you to teach me. Let's do this.
Misha, I'd like you to know that I do worship a deity, but I don't remember who it is at the moment. Who is my deity?
Very devout.
That would be. She looks at the oak crest on your garb and says, "Ah, a follower of Alona, goddess of the
Alona.
forest."
Goddess of the forest, yes. And I believe Marika and Alona had a relationship of some kind.
They are. Marika is a handmaid to Alona. They are indeed fond.
Oh,
You are welcome here, sir.
Sir Jojondron, the pleasure's all mine. You are truly a beautiful priestess, Misha, may I say.
Nimarin, Nima's right there.
You hear a little sound from behind you.
Oh, Nimrillion, sorry, I thought
I didn't see you there.
I thought we left you at the barfing, the brattling beer or whatever.
Wow.
did you, Marika? Misha. I don't necessarily, follow anything, but I could, I guess, So just putting it out there that I'm open. I'm an open book,
She says,
I can transform into a wolf,
"Oh, indeed."
Tergar, this isn't about you.
I'm just putting it out there. In case you didn't know, because it's kind of cool.
That is indeed a feat. I have heard of the. Sorry, just lost something here. I need to go there. Okay, good. A druid I have I have led to understand is capable of transforming their forms. Are you one of these?
I am a druid, yeah. I'm a part of the Circle of the Moon order. Just spent a lot of time in the woods with animals. We're good friends.
Marika is a goddess of nature and indeed has great respect for the land and the hearth. You are welcome here.
Well, thank you. I'm really looking forward to the service. If you want to do an extra hour, please feel free to do an extra hour.
She indicates that you should come in, and she goes inside. A small congregation of villagers is assembled inside. She moves up to the. She moves up to the altar, and a hubbub settles. Everyone sort of gets ready for the service, and it's a casual affair, but it is, not without structure. At this point, I would like, and it does take an hour, and I'm not going to delve into it because who wants to actually hear me describe what a church service is for a god that none of you are actually a follower of. So I would like you all, though, to roll your religion skill. So roll die 20 and add your religion rating to it.
Just a quick question before we do that. Did anyone notice or comment on my fine clothes?
You do get a lot of looks from the villagers, like, who is this guy? Because most of them are like wearing gussied up peasant clothing. Like,
I noticed. I thought that was kind of
yeah,
tacky.
yeah, and there is a bit of a scent.
All right, so I'm plus.
13 for me.
Did anybody see mine? It didn't go through.
You got a 5. I see Dan rolling a 20, which is pretty great.
And then add 3, so 23.
Well, when you roll a 20, that's pretty sweet.
Sorry, I'm no longer in the thing.
Well, one day we'll know what you rolled. Being a
I'm
paladin,
gonna roll- I'm rolling right now.
okay.
Here we go.
And you rolled medium. Not bad. Okay, so interestingly, the only one who really notices anything is Dan. Turgar. Everybody else is maybe caught up in. She's an eloquent speaker, and she goes through a service of worship to Marika and asking for a beneficial harvest, and that the problems of the town could be perhaps helped by the goddess. And at one point, Dan, it's very subtle, but you're sure she does one of these head bobs as part of her supplication. So subtle you might not even noticed it, but it was just out of place with the rest of the service. And with that, it breaks up. Everybody, there is a common prayer at the end, which none of you know the words to. And it ends with a praise to Marika and smiles all around. And then a sort of coffee hour follows.
Woohoo! Praise Marika.
Yeah, like that.
Is Iggy Olivero Hookhill here?
He is not.
Where was Zacharias sitting?
So nobody is sitting; they're all standing.
Oh,
Makes for an interesting hour. There are some faces that you recognize. So Zacharias and his family, as well as the his sort of attendant bodyguard. The first farmer and his wife, the owners of the pig you talked to, they are here. There's about 40 people here altogether.
Is Ramna there?
Ramna is not here.
How peculiar.
Also, the guy from the Golden Grain who was had a roguish look about him in leathers, and he was twiddling a dagger. He is also here, leaning up against one of the pillars. There is an old woman here. There is a prosperous-looking guy who is he's flanked by two swarthy-looking guys carrying swords. There is a collection of other peasants are here. I think that's the easiest way to describe them.
well, Danny, do you guys want to break up and talk to one person each, just have a quick combo, or?
I don't think we're honestly going to get anything out of these people by talking to them anymore.
Is there anything weird about the room? Can I do a perception check or something?
Indeed, I can even describe it to you. So it's a large room with a tile floor decorated with an abstract mosaic pattern in orange, tan, blue, and brown. Several tapestries decorate the walls, all depicting scenes of lush farmland and crops in various stages of maturity. 5 huge elm trunks serve as columns in the room, and a statue of Marika, carved from a solid piece of jade, is mounted on a low dais at the north end of the room.
Are there any numbers on the pillars?
There are no numbers on the pillars themselves, no.
Are there any doors to other rooms?
There are doors in the west. Why are they not here, though? That's strange.
Oh, I see. Here
There is a door there.
and there.
Yeah, there's 2 doors in the south and one each on the east and west.
Oh yeah, I see it.
And they're all closed.
Can we go in?
So if you move towards them, then one of the acolytes that are walking around does come up to you and says, I'm sorry that these areas are off limits if you're not part of the church.
Could we ask Misha for a tour?
Perhaps another time. We are in the middle of evening devotions, and we will. The temple could be open for you to visit further, perhaps tomorrow.
Are there any numbers on the ground?
Numbers? No, there's nothing written per se. It's kind of one of those churches where things are spoken to you rather than reading.
I was just thinking of Indiana Jones 3 when they're looking for the X on the floor.
Yeah, you do not detect an X per se.
What about this, guys? I'm going to whisper because we are in a temple. What if we leave and I transform into, I don't know, a rat, a spider again, and if I can see something that transpires after they think we're gone.
Before you do, I may as well check my sense, my divine sense.
Because I'll transform. I think a spider would make the most sense because I can get up high on the walls and be out of sight.
Yeah, I think we need probable cause to do that, though.
I don't need no probable cause. We're not living in D&D Law and Order, Norman.
Let me do a divine sense, and we'll see if there's something going on.
Okay. So you concentrate for a moment, and indeed, above and below you in the temple, you detect some form of evil.
Above and below?
Yep. But on the floor you're on right now, you don't detect anything obvious.
So, Judge Judiga Norman, is that enough probable cause?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay, so I'm going to leave the temple and just say I'm tired and I'm going to go back to the inn for a rest. But as I
Make sure
leave,
you whistle while you leave.
eh?
Make sure you're whistling while you leave.
Hold on. Before you go, are you going down or are you going up?
I'm leaving it the way we came.
No, but when you come back to investigate, are you going to check below us or above
where do
us?
you want me to go?
Well, I figured the three of us could maybe try and figure out the other one. If he picks low,
Yeah.
we go high.
Where do you want me to go?
I say you go high because you can climb like a stair
Okay.
and you try and find something from outside.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. I'll go up. Okay, so I'm leaving. I'm going to transform into the spider as soon as I'm out of sight of everybody.
Okay.
And I'm going to ascend the wall.
Okay, so as I described, there are no windows, or at least if there are, they're all shuttered and closed.
But there must be an entry point somewhere within.
What's this?
Ding.
And like this.
Yeah, that's a window that I put in there before I read the description, which says that there are no windows. So
True.
let's say that it is a window, but it's not an openable window.
Okay. So I thought we were actually inside this black mass, but we're not, are we?
Yeah, no, you're sorry. Are you seeing a complete black mass? And
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
I see us outside it.
if you refresh, you'll find that it is.
Okay, that may change.
Oh
the-
man, I'm gonna have so many
is-
questions.
Mass, though,
Ah.
right?
No, it's still black.
But it's mass.
He's making a little joke about mass. You see, being
Oh,
a
'cause-
religious mass.
Church.
Yeah,
Good one.
Yeah. Thank you.
that was pretty good. It's pretty decent.
It doesn't really show it when I hit refresh. I see it for a second, and then it goes back to black.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna climb. So as a spider, can I do a perception roll?
You certainly can.
Okay.
So what side of the building do you want? There are windows, but they don't open. So what side of the building do you want to?
So I have crawled up the. Oh, I've lost it again. I can't see again. Weird.
This is strange.
Yeah, the whole thing went black now.
Here, let me refresh again.
If only this system was written by somebody who's competent. Strange.
Hey, don't talk down on yourself like that. You're my friend.
Yeah.
What if I just delete this? Maybe that would make it go away. Do that. too.
Okay, the main room, the middle room has opened up, but the outside's still.
Yeah, because those are areas that you need to go through. Doors.
Okay, now I can see it. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to like inside the main room onto the left side. I'll crawl straight up, and I'm going to nest myself sort of in that bottom left-hand corner of the room, up at the top of the ceiling, and take a look and see what I can see.
I'm gonna change you into a spider. There we go. Okay, so you want to go to that top. Why don't you move yourself where you want to be?
Okay.
That might be the easiest.
All right. And now that's not move. And now I can't click. Weird. I can't do it.
Yeah, it's definitely had some issues lately. This is not
Well,
fun.
I'm gonna try reloading again.
You could use the arrows.
Okay.
It's probably the easiest way.
No, it's not even letting me highlight the. And now I can't log in. So the bottom left corner of the room
Okay.
is where I want to go,
Okay.
like that when we're looking at it. But I'm up at the top of the ceiling is where I'm actually at.
You're right.
Why can't I even open
I
this?
I moved you.
Thank you. I can't. I'm not in there anymore, and I can't log in for some reason.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to go into the technical reason why that is, but it's something I hope to fix. So,
I'm flying blind here, but not maybe literally. So should I be? I can't roll, so someone else will have to roll for me too.
okay. Well, you essentially are looking in the temple, the main temple courtyard area itself, and it doesn't. You don't detect anything that you haven't seen in your normal Turgar form. It's well lit. You see that there are the 4 entrances to the one on each of the west and east side, and two on the southern side, as well as the main entrance to the south.
Okay, now I'm in. Good. Oh no, I still can't do anything with my character. All right, so can I do a perception roll?
If you want, sure.
I can't. I could, and then I can't. So
You have some dice, actual dice, though, you can roll, right?
yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, why don't we just do that?
Old school.
Go old school.
Oh, that started changing the. No, that's still not working. Where are my dice? Where are my dice?
Okay, what are we gonna do while Dan's
Yeah,
finding his
while
way?
he's finding his dice, why don't you
I
guys
found
tell me
them,
what you found?
Okay, sorry. Go back to you.
Well, I don't. Go ahead.
What are we gonna do? We're just standing here waiting like fools. Should we run around the perimeter, see if there's if we can see, if I can notice perhaps on the stone wall, if there's something that, I don't know, we could walk through, or is a secret door?
Maybe numbers on it.
Maybe with numbers on it.
Numbers, right?
Maybe there's a little patch that looks suspicious. That's like somebody dug a hole to get in.
Maybe I could talk to Misha.
Maybe leave her out of this for like 1 second.
Just wondering.
Imarielian decides she's going to go back to the slumbering servant.
Yeah,
Sure.
good for her.
Right, I'm ready to roll here.
Okay, we're happening.
What is that?
It's just a white blur for us.
17. Can you see that? It says
Nope.
17.
I believe it says 17, and
See that?
yeah, I
Yeah.
see that better now. Yeah. So yeah, long and short of it is, it's still the interior. You don't detect anything or see anything otherwise.
Is
Crawled
anyone
up.
still in there?
Oh yeah, there's still a number of villagers are talking and milling about and swapping stories. It's a social hour as well as a service,
Okay.
reflecting on the sermon.
Could I, Norman? Do you want to help me out for a second?
Yeah, hit me up.
I'll need your perspective. I'd like to go investigate the Jade Marika.
Okay.
Okay.
Norman, I need you to look underneath her. Well, I look from
Deal.
above because you have a different perspective than I do.
What do I do?
I thought you were looking for doorways and hatchways and stuff.
All right, I'm walking around the building.
Okay. So we'll have you roll a stone cunning check with your history skill when we get to that point. But for Jojandron and Norman looking at the statue, it looks pretty big and heavy. Like it's larger than a human form, but the workmanship is superb. Like the delicate features have been exquisitely carved into this godly figure. You are searching it. You can both roll perception to see if you find any kind of secret entrance or anything underneath, I believe is what you're looking for.
He's looking underneath. I'm looking up top.
Okay.
I rolled a 19, and my perception is
Yeah.
0.
0. Okay. I'll roll pretty good too. Did you see what you got there, Al?
Yeah, 16 plus 2.
Cool. You both look around on this thing and definitely do not find anything like a secret entrance or opening or catch, anything other than it's a big, heavy statue that's stuck straight in the middle of it.
And there's nothing written on it?
There are no numbers there, no.
Hmm.
I don't know if you noticed, but I've been making my little figure walk around the whole building.
I have noticed that. It's pretty sweet.
Okay, cool. Just wanted you to get the full vision.
The feel for it. Yeah, that's good.
Can we look at the you said there were tapestries of farm scenes?
Yes.
Norman, do you want to look at these together?
So as you
yeah.
are moving away from the statue, Misha comes over to you and says, "So, did you enjoy the surface?"
Yeah, I really did. I thought you very eloquently conveyed the message of good old what's her face.
Marika.
Never forget old what's her name. Marika.
Misha, I don't mean to be blunt, but I must admit, people here must be doubting their feelings about religion, given how downtrodden the town has been the last couple of years.
Well, it is a test, is it not? Sent from the divine to inspire us to excel, to surmount the odds.
And how do we know when we failed the test?
Well, I imagine that is when we die, is when we have failed.
Do you pray down when you pray, Marika?
Of course. That is my sole purpose here.
I don't see any numbers written around here anywhere.
It's true. There are no numbers inscribed in the main area. The majority of the commoners do not read or write, so it is an oral tradition. But let me ask you, what brings you to Orlane? We have so few visitors.
Listen, I'm going to be upfront, and I'm going to say we kind of sense that there's a darkness around, and we, have goodness in our hearts, and kind of want to see how we can help things out. But so far, we're not getting very much specificity when it comes to what exactly the problem is around here.
Hey there, High Priestess. The name's Glonda. I just walked around your whole building twice, and I gotta ask you a question. I'm with these guys here too.
Before you do, let's have you roll your history check to see if you find anything untoward about this building.
Okie dokie. Damn.
Well, also, you have a +0 proficiency bonus to the check. You would double it with your stone cutting ability, but since you have 0, that's doubled to be 0. And your roll of 4 tells you that you don't know a whole lot about this building, in fact.
Or maybe I'm not as smart as I thought. So,
maybe it's not your bag, yeah.
So, High Priestess, I'm going to cut to the chase. What's going on? Is there something evil going on? Is there another way, like room here, passages? We want to investigate.
Is there something strange in the neighborhood? Because who are you going to call?
Us.
At this point, the other sort of roguish fellow steps up from the corner and says, "Hey, I appreciate that you think you're doing great for the town and all, but it's not like anybody here asked you for your help."
Andrew, while all this is happening, can I leave the temple as Spider and there's something I'd like to do while this is happening that's apart from what these guys are doing.
Okay.
So I'd like to leave the temple, transform back into half-elf, go back to the foaming mug.
Okay.
Go back into the basement, and I'd like to take a couple of the troglodyte heads. I'm not kidding.
Okay.
I'd like to grab a couple of the troglodyte heads, not the bodies, just the heads, and go back to the temple with them. At some point, I'll return with those troglodyte heads.
Okay. No worries. You go off to do some decapitation, some light decapitation.
I believe one of them I already ripped off as a wolf.
I believe that happened. Yeah. Okay. So that'll take you a little while to do. So yeah, this guy is up there, sort of saying, "What's your business anyway?"
What's your name, friend?
He says, "Derek Desley." And who are you?
Derek Desley. What do you do in this town?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
You're a religious man, Derek?
Well, aren't we all? Everybody's got a
Actually-
soul to pray for, don't we?
Yes. I pray to Alora.
No, you don't.
Alona.
Alona.
Close though. That was very close.
Handmaiden. The boss of Marika.
Yeah, that's great for you.
It is.
Listen, this is a religious temple here. It's what business of yours is it? What goes on here?
Listen, we came here because we heard in a far off land that something was going on. And we've investigated every part of this village except for the temple, and we've come up with nothing. So we're here to cover our bases and make sure that we're not walking away from something that clearly could be fishy. So we're just trying to help and see how to elevate this dark cloud that has covered the village of Orlane. Do we have any emotional attachment to this place, and why are we here? No reason. We're adventurers and we're looking to help and do good.
Also, wine enthusiasts.
Also, wine.
Yeah, Alwyn in the back says, yes, yeah, wine, good stuff here. And,
Oh no, he could tell you.
at this point, tromping in from the main entrance is Grover Ruskadell and his two flunkies who tromp up and say, Misha, are these guys causing you trouble?
No.
She says, no trouble. They're clearly concerned for the welfare of the village. Indeed, their hearts are in the right place.
Yeah, we mean no harm. I'm just a simple nobleman. You can see my scroll of pedigree here. I'm a religious man too, and you know what? If we've caused any fuss, heavens to Marika, we'll be on our way. As long we'll just slowly make our way out of the temple. Thank you so much, Misha, for your time. You are truly a remarkable priestess, and maybe if you want to grab dinner at the Foamy McMuggins at some point this week, that's where we're staying.
No, you're not.
No, we're at the sleeping
Mug is
Smelling
covered in blood
like
and guts.
We're at the Shivering Serpent. And
yeah. So Joe Jondron is leaving.
well, I'm going to slowly make my way out and gaze upon the tapestries to see if I can see if there's any common elements between them as I pass.
Like numbers.
No numbers.
Numbers, characters even. Characters or settings. If there's anything familiar that I see from the tapestries, I'm curious.
I'm desperate to tell you there's something significant about them, but no, lush farmland and crops in various stages of maturity. So you've got a summer scene, a spring scene, a fall scene, a winter
Love
scene.
Springsteen.
Yeah, lots of scenes. It's at this point that I'll let Dan come in with his troglodyte heads if he wants.
So I heard earlier that you didn't think there was anything going on in your town. Well, look what we found and disposed of for you. And as I say this, I fling the two heads down on the temple floor. You tell us again how useless and unneeded we are. There are 5 of these things, and now thanks to us, there are 5 less. I think it's time you people start fessing up to what's going on in this town.
Yeah, you people.
Okay, they look kind of taken aback at the troglodytes' heads that you've thrown onto the the clean marble floor of the temple, and are now. The smell is pretty ripe. The acolytes recoil in horror at this travesty, and Ruskadal looks at this and says, "What's all this? Why are you throwing these disgusting things in the temple? Well, that's profane, that is."
Because these disgusting things were staying in one of your buildings. They were living right here in this town in the foaming mug, and we're not having any of it.
Well, if they were there, that's a right horror, that is. But not that we knew anything about that. Listen, you've done the town a great service if these horrible beasts were there, lurking about. Let's have all of you make an insight check. See if you detect anything about their varying states at the reaction to this. You can roll a die 20 and add your insight to that.
Oh, shoot. I still can't roll. Okay, I'll have to do the
old-fashioned
one.
works.
Yeah.
Did my rolls show up?
Nope, not yet.
It did show up.
I got a shitty 6.
Jordan got a 9. Al got a 15.
And I got a 6.
I got an 18 plus 2, so I got a 20.
I rolled a 10.
And what are we checking? Our
You're adding your insight.
insight 0.
And I had a 15, Glenda.
You got a 15.
Plus 2, 17.
I got a 20.
Okay, so at the appearance of these troglodyte heads, Misha has a look of a shock, but it's not the shock of like, what are these horrible things? But
How did we find them?
well, it's hard to assess exactly what that shock is, but you can tell it's not the shock of, oh, what a horrible thing's been done here or thrown here. It's just she's surprised to see these, but not horrified. Is what I would put it.
Hey, Misha, you seen these things before?
She says, I've heard of them. I think those are Ruskadel. Those are troglodytes, aren't they? And he says, yeah, I think those are what those are. They probably come in from the Rushmores, they did. Rushmores are a swamp to the east. Lots of things been coming in from the Rushmores. Crocodiles, lizard people, goblins, a whole lot. We got to do a little bit of ranging once and again to make sure that they don't roam too close to the village. These must have slipped through. And listen, the town owes you a debt if you put these ones out of their misery. You said there were 5 of them under the foaming mug?
That's right.
Well, that couldn't have been an easy fight. You've got my respect, you do.
What does the mayor say?
The mayor is curiously quiet through all this, and he says, at this point, he does come up and say, indeed, well done, adventurers. You have earned the respect of this town by your acts of bravery. Surely we could have a feast in your honor to celebrate this momentous event.
Yeah, feast.
Maybe this is the turning of the tide for the dark times in this town. Could these creatures be responsible for the things ailing us? Hard to know, really.
Can we see what's behind the door in this big room? It's the least you can do for us.
So, Misha just says, I'm very sorry, but unless you are a follower of Marika, which you cannot just instantly become, I'm sorry.
Well,
you cannot give you admittance to the inner workings of the temple.
Has she seen my holy symbol?
That looks like a sword to me.
No, my actual holy symbol.
Oh, your actual holy symbol. Says, I can give you a tour if you wish, if that would put your mind at ease.
We would love a tour.
She is pointing specifically at Jojondaron.
I would love a tour.
Yak.
Joe Jondron, I'm not sure that we've got time for a tour at this point. Look, folks, I'm gonna just lay it out there. I'm not overly concerned about good graces and everything. I'm just gonna tell you, I don't trust any of you.
You know, if I may
You guys,
speak
not
up,
you guys,
Not even me. Like,
not you, Glonda, Jojanjaron,
Okay.
and Norman. These people.
Tergar is very close to me, and sometimes he holds himself back, even though it doesn't seem like it. What he wants to know is who murdered the 5 people at the Foaming McMuggins?
it was 9 people, and it was the foaming mug.
Grover, Ruskadel, I'm calling him Grover because his first name is Grover. So Ruskadel rolls his eyes and says, I told you, it was the caravan that came in. It was a horrible bar fight gone awry.
Where's the caravan from, and where did they go?
I believe they were bound for Hook Hill, but after that we took strict measures to make sure that only the right caravans come in through here.
Hook Hill.
Where is that? Should we go there?
That's where Iggy Oliver is from.
Boring.
It is.
Should we go to Hook Hill?
How far is
Well,
Hook Hill?
are you not
What's
going to
it
go on
called?
that tour that you just got invited on?
Tergar told me I wasn't allowed.
What?
I love the cohesion here, guys. It's good stuff.
Oh,
I can't. There's too much. So something hill. What's it called?
Hook Hill.
Hook Hill. That's where
Hook
Iggy
Hill.
Oliver is from.
I would like to, at some point, gang. I would like to bring our heads over to Ramna because I still think Ramna is an ally in waiting.
Okay,
And I
let's
think this
take
could be
a
a good
step.
token of our intentions.
Okay, let's take a step back here. We could
I'm
go
gonna
to.
say something though. If we don't like get to something cool by the end of this session, we're going to Hook Hill next time in the morning. Like,
Yeah, so here's what we can do. I could go for a tour of this temple, but all we know is that there's something evil above and evil below. That could be helpful. We should definitely talk to Ramna and let him know about the troglodytes.
Mhm.
I think it's also worthwhile at this point that we should go to Hook Hill. Should we investigate above and below in the temple before we go
I
anywhere?
just don't think you're
Can
going to get. I don't think she's going to let you see anything
You-
above or like. I don't think you're going to get anything. You're either going to be trapped here by her. It's a trap. You're going to be all alone. Remember, she's only inviting you. We're playing into her hand. I'd rather play it out of their hand and either go to Hook Hill or go to Ramna. Ramna is a quick jaunt across the pond.
Oh, we got to Ramna on the way.
I have a suggestion. But this
The
is a
floor
team battle,
recognizes
so no one else can hear
You're
us.
smarter than us, so you go ahead. Yeah, we're talking just quietly amongst ourselves right
Yes.
now.
So my suggestion is Jojanjaron go with Misha for the tour. Tergar, go leave, become a spider, follow them, so that if anything were to happen, you guys had each other's backs. Meanwhile, Gnorman and I can go find Ramna and let him know about the lizard boys. I forget the name. Troglodyte?
Trogdors.
Not so easy, is it?
Troglodytes.
Troglodytes. Yeah, we'll go tell him about that. Then we'll reconvene after. Once we're done talking to Ramna, we'll come back here to this temple. And if we hear some ruckus going afoot, we'll try and, storm in and find you with our small, nimble bodies. And then if all goes well, then we'll head off and grab our stuff, say bye to Belba, and go to Hook Hill.
Great, let's do it.
That's a good
Everybody
plan.
in?
Should we
It's
take a
good time to
5-minute
take a
break,
too.
Andrew?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's an excellent place to do a
My cup is empty, and I can go a little bit later too tonight, gang. Usually it's me that needs to end it. So
Well, let's try and wrap things up at normal time if we can.
okay.
I mean, we were a bit late last time, so we can if we need to, but
Then let's not waste time.
yeah.
Okay, intermission starts now. 5 minutes. And we're back. So, what was the plan? You got some people staying for the tour, some people going
John
for
Ron is going on the tour.
I'm
Targar is
following in spider form again.
just to be safe, because I don't think Misha wants to give a tour to everybody, just to Jojan Duran. But if anything goes awry, Targar will be there. Gar.
Meanwhile,
And then-
Glenda and I are off to see the wizard.
Correct.
Very nice.
With
With your
Or-
Okay, so the acolytes did clear away the troglodyte heads pretty shortly after they landed on the floor. So unless you want to fight them for those heads, you're gonna have to go back to the foaming mug to get more of those heads.
Okay, we'll go grab a couple more.
Just get a couple more heads.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so you'll spend a few minutes collecting the heads and then going off to hopefully track down Ramna. Before you all break off, Zachariah says, shall we reconvene at the Slumbering Serpent to toast to your success, brave adventurers?
Yes, let's say 10 o'clock. Drinks.
Belba says, we'll make a bit of a deal of it, shall we?
Love you, Belba.
We love Belba.
Marika
Well,
knows
Belba?
that we are in desperate need of a good time in these parts in this time.
We love you.
We
Alwyn says, I'll tap a cask.
we love a goddess that appreciates us getting ripped after service.
Okay, so Glonda and Norman go off to get themselves some troglodyte heads and then bring them to Ramna. So I will expose some areas of the temple. I don't know whether they are still, if the map is working for you all or not. But I will just delete some of these areas. Hopefully.
I'm going to try reloading this now
Yeah,
while
so-
we do this. Be a good time to
Oh,
try.
yeah, I see it.
So she begins the tour on the southeast part of the temple. It is, in fact, what is that room? So that is good old room number 8. Oh, number 8. Yes, that's great. So it's actually her chambers.
Ooh.
Yes. So she says, yes, these are my chambers where I do the business of the temple, conduct accounts and such. There's nothing really to look at, but this is a very special area. She opens up the door that leads to, actually, why don't you take you through her chamber? She just goes through that eastern door. But, she hand waves that her chambers are down there. The Hall of Statues, it's a gleaming white tile floor and a series of alcoves along the eastern wall. Each alcove is lined with black velvet to highlight the beautiful gold items there. So there are, I believe, 10 of these, maybe even 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah, probably around 12.
It would help if they were numbered.
No, you would think they're numbered, but they're not. So they are about 2 feet tall, all on a tall dais. And you can tell immediately that the workmanship is exceptional. So from north to south, the niches contain replicas of a stalk of wheat, a potato, a cluster of oats, a cornstalk, a large carrot, 3 turnips, a bunch of grapes, a cluster of barley, and a pile of beans, intricately molded statues of pure gold. And she goes into great detail as you wander past each one and indicates, that they are obviously quite special. And then at the end of the hallway, you can see that it curves up, and beyond you see an open doorway with the stairs going up. But she does not actually take you that way. She takes you back into the central area. And then, because the statues are clearly the most interesting, or thing that she thinks is the most interesting thing here. And then she takes you, where's she going to take you now?
And I guess I'm like riding on Joe Jondron because otherwise I wouldn't be able to keep up.
Yeah,
I
you're
think
on
that is probably the case, yeah.
I just spoke into the mic. I'm really sorry, everybody.
So she then shows you the other parts of the temple, the more mundane areas, kitchen, and an eating area where the acolytes are gathering to have an evening meal.
As a spider, I yawn, go boring.
And so she mutters as through the tour, she tells you the history of the temple and how their numbers have come and gone, how she took over from Bramo, the previous priest who presided here. She's saying that she's finding it a bit much, and she's not sure that the villagers are convinced that she knows what she's doing, but she's going to struggle on and prove to them that she can lead the temple in the way that they would be accustomed.
Well, I have full confidence in you, Misha. Hey, tell me, I saw some stairs over by the other hallway. What's upstairs?
Oh, that's the inner sanctum. It has some of our oldest tomes, some historical findings. There are other quarters upstairs, but I'm afraid that is definitely off limits.
I see.
Yes, but
and is there a wine cellar? We heard so much about the wine here in Orlane. I'd love to know if there's wine in the cellar downstairs. We could have maybe a tasting before we, pre-drink before we go back to the bar.
Oh, there's nothing downstairs, just some storerooms and such. Hardly anything interesting down there. I never go.
Oh, you never?
No.
I don't mean to be sorry. I have to admit I was being a bit guarded there because didn't want to frighten you, but I did sense that there might be some troglodytes in the basement like there were in Tommy McMuggins, and I thought maybe I brought my great sword, maybe we could check it out to make sure that your basement's safe.
She looks at your poorly disguised sword and says, "Oh, it is a great sword. I didn't even notice. My goodness, I thought it was just another holy symbol." If there are troglodytes downstairs, I think we should call in Ruskadel to deal with them. You've done so much for the town already. I wouldn't want you to risk yourselves any further.
Please, it'd be my pleasure to risk myself for such a wonderful priestess like yourself, Misha.
She blushes a little bit and says, "Oh, you are too kind and charming and dashing. Surely the stories of your bravery are not exaggerated. But honestly, it is too much. I cannot allow you to risk yourself."
Well, I insist, and I will roll persuasion to demonstrate my persistence.
All right, roll your persuasion, and so roll that 20 and add your persuasion to it. If the stupid thing's even working. Did you roll yourself a 9 there? Is that what I see?
rolled a 7
That's
plus
7
plus 6 for 13.
for 13. So
Sorry,
she is
6 for wait, did I say 7? Yeah. 13.
You are indeed persuasive, but she has a look, and she says, "No, it is beyond your station to do this thing. I cannot allow it."
All right. Well, how about we'll look at the outbuildings, and then you can guide me outside the gates.
The outbuildings, if you wish. She calls over one of the acolytes and says, "Phyllis, will you escort Sir Jojongeron to the outbuildings? He wishes to assure himself that nothing untoward is there." And the gruff gardener says, "All right."
Thank you so much, Misha. I'll see you every evening for service while we're in town.
Oh, indeed. If it's not too much, I thought I would come over and join in the festivities at the Slumbering Serpent.
Well, the first drink's on me.
Excellent. I will see you soon. And with that, you go outside to check out the outbuildings. Let's go over to Glonda and Norman, who have finished chopping off the heads of the last 3 troglodytes, or are you just going to take 1, 2? How many troglodyte heads do you wish to take with you? All I see is I can't hear you, Christine.
We'll take 2.
We'll take 2 heads, please.
We'll leave one just in case.
Backup. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to change this back to Orlane. Boom. Will that even mean anything? Look at all the die rolls that you just saw now. That's great. Cool. So you go back over to Ramna's cottage with the heads in tow.
Mhm.
You are standing outside of Ramna's cottage with, and it's dusk now, with the troglodyte heads. He's actually outside. He's tending to a garden when you arrive.
Ramna, remember us?
Well,
The adorable little short adventurers. Glenda and Norman.
he stands up and he hefts his staff, and he looks at you cautiously, and he immediately notices, unless you've hidden them in some way, no, he immediately notices the heads in your hands, and he says, "What have you got there?"
We killed 5 whole troglodytes.
Yeah, your town is lousy with them.
Troglodytes here.
That's right.
Where did you find these things?
In the basement of the foaming mug.
Really?
That's right.
That is interesting.
Isn't it? We thought we'd come tell you in case you had any information or if you were willing to open up to us about something.
Well, he looks at you up and down, and then he says, what does he say? All right, you have demonstrated that you are more than you appear, and I am tempted to trust you with what I know.
It is a great honor to be trusted by you, O great wizard Ramna.
Well, all right, come inside then, and I'll tell you what I know.
Yes.
Okay.
And you go inside the cottage, and he begins to brew some tea with whatever he pulled up. It does not smell good. He says,
Yeah, we're gonna leave this head outside, if that's okay.
"Yeah, yes, toss it back over there. The thing smells awful."
Yeah. Okay.
So his weasel trails down his hand and onto a table and starts chewing away on a little piece of cheese. And he says, "For a long time, I've thought there's something strange here, and I think that I know what it is. I think that certain of the villagers are betraying the rest. I think they may be part of some kind of cult. I'm not sure what the head of this cult is.
Yeah. What does this hand symbol have something to do with it?
Yes, the ones that make the symbol are definitely involved."
Interesting. Do you know who's part of it or who's the leader?
But I have my suspicions about some.
Well, in this cult or this cabal, what do they believe in? What are the ends that they seek?
That I know not, other than they seek to extend their power. The couple the family that you saw before, he points to the one that was mentioned earlier that had gone away for some time and they came back. Before they left, very nice family. They would volunteer their time to all sorts of people in the village. But after they came back, they were changed completely. Selfish, greedy, untrustworthy, violent in some cases.
So something happened when they left. Where did they go?
I know not, but I'm pretty sure it was somewhere in the Rushmores. And the Rushmores are the swamp area, several miles to the east. I have my doubts about Zacharias, but I am not convinced that he is part of this cult. I think he is merely trying to keep the peace and do his best. But I think Ruskadel and his men are part of it. That Derek Desley, I'm not sure about him, but he is certainly in league with them. And I even have my doubts about Misha Devi.
I was going to ask about Misha.
Their personalities have all changed since I have known them. And I have not seen Abramo, the previous priest of the Temple of Marik, for some time. He may be dead, may have been replaced, or he may be captured somewhere. He was a good man.
How long has it been since you've seen him?
Oh, 9 months now.
Hmm.
They gave me some excuses of how he has left to serve in another temple.
Oop, you froze.
Oh, am I back?
Or did I freeze?
You
Somebody
froze.
froze.
You froze,
Okay.
Christine.
Stop freezing. Oh, and now she's lost. We'll have her back. We'll let Norman pick up the questioning.
Well, listen, Ramna, I mean, I agree with you that in the sense that there's something fishy going on, and we're emotionally invested in this now. We want to help. We've already stumbled across these troglodytes. We took care of business. You know, we mean it when we say that we just want to quash the evil that's going on. We've all got an uneasy sense about this. Wondering if you have any insight, or what does your gut say is going on in this town?
Something powerful is controlling these members. I cannot imagine that they have changed their personalities so by their own will. I did know Misha before her personality transformed. She was delightful, and now I find her secretive and withholding. She no longer is the priestess I knew her before. She was a very charming woman, to be sure, but now there is a darkness that surrounds her. She has many eyes in this town.
Is there anything in the town's history that resembles or mirrors what's going on right now? If say there is some force that once had power and is looking to regain this power, or say even a generation later.
With a gruff reply, he says, "No, not that I remember." This is something new for sure. Hey,
All right.
Glanda's back.
I'm back.
You are back.
Okay, great. I missed some of it.
So
So
we
Ramna
have learned
professed his
nothing new.
love for Norman, and they're planning a wedding ceremony at the temple.
wait, hold on. Ramna said it's been 9 months since he's seen somebody, but my computer froze and I missed it. Who was that? Somebody?
Brambo, the previous priest at
Rambo?
Brambo.
Brammo.
Not Rambo.
Not Rambo at all. He's never seen Rambo. Completely underrated.
Never seen Rambo. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
Ramna, if you were us, if we were to Freaky Friday, if we were in opposite positions right now, I mean, like, should we be pursuing this? Is there something there, or do you think that we should just be moving on with our lives?
He has a very somber look on his face when you say this and says, "I am getting old. There was once a time I was much like you, and I would have the strength to seek out this evil and defeat it. But those years are long behind me. I cannot ask you to stay and risk yourselves for a town you barely know, but you have proved yourselves to be dedicated and trustworthy. I can offer you little help, but if you were to stay and see this through and rid the town of this evil, you would do a great service to me and to its inhabitants."
I have a
All right.
question.
Yes.
Do you have any do any bells ring if somebody talks about the village of Hook Hill?
It is a more prominent village to the east, but
But nothing really related to this.
no.
Because as far as I'm aware, that is where the caravan of murderers that started the bar fight in the Foaming Mug came from and went back to. So I just wanted to know if they were connected somehow.
He spits on the floor and says, "That evening, I've never understood what happened, but Ruskadel is convinced that it was some kind of fight that was started amongst the caravans. I believe it not. I trust not a word out of that man's mouth. I would not doubt that he was in fact somehow responsible."
Interesting. You think
And
they're
he's using-
trying to...
And he's using it as a pretense to restrict trade. I'll tell you one thing. I know that those caravans don't always end up at Hook Hill, despite his promises. The villagers and the farmers here are paid a pittance for it, and I do not know where the actual goods go.
Interesting.
I've
Yeah.
had my sources, and I've made my inquiries. Even Zacharias does not know who the buyers are.
So hypothetically speaking, if such a transaction were to happen in the near future and we were to, all stealthy like follow it, do you think that could possibly lead to an answer to what's going on in the big picture?
He shrugs and says, "It's possible. I don't
Gotta
have a."
Follow the money.
Yes, I suppose that is how you would say it.
Okay.
But I tell you, there is evil in this village. I only wish I knew exactly how to smoke it out.
So you're a sorcerer. You can do magic, right?
Aye.
What kind of magic? What's your specialty?
Well, I am a wizard.
Mm-hmm.
And when he says that, it's like, oh, like Nimmeralian. He says, I have memorized a host of spells from which I can cast several things.
Mm-hmm.
If it comes time to engage with the enemy, I can assist you with those spells, much like your friend, your beautiful friend.
Oh, don't we know it? Cool. So I think what's left for us, unless you have any other information you'd like to give us, or perhaps some items that you think might be helpful to us in our search for good, we might have to go back to the temple to check in on our other friends who are there with Misha getting a private tour.
At this point, you're pretty sure you hear Jojonderon's loud voice over at the Slumbering Serpent.
Oh, never mind. They're getting drunk.
Oh yeah, they're having a party in our honor. You're welcome to join us.
Yeah, do you want to come for a drink?
Well, sure, all right. Maybe I'll trade words with Nimralian about spells.
Why not?
He says, but yes, maybe I could help you. He goes over to that steel chest that Tergar had absconded with earlier. He takes out a key from his pocket. He opens it. He pulls out several things. And he gives you a couple of potions. He gives you a large potion, which he says, this potion will heal your wounds, but it is very powerful. You could use it twice. He gives you a smaller potion. He says, this will increase your speed and make you move very quickly. And he picks up a wand and he says, this I do not think will help you. I'm going to hang on to this for now, and if you find yourself really in a lurch, if you think you're really in over your heads, maybe we can talk about it. He puts the wand back in. As he moves around, you hear a lot of gems and coins clinking around in there, and then he locks it back up and puts it down.
Cool, a magical.
All right, to the slumbering serpent then.
All right, and with that, you guys link back up with Tergar and Jojonderon.
Thank you for the potions.
I think too we'd be waiting outside. We're not inside the serpent.
They
'cause
want
I'm not.
to convene.
I want to.
We didn't see anything in the
I'm a
outbuildings?
little nervous about it. I have to refresh my screen again because I'm still seeing the temple.
Andrew, what do we find in the outbuildings?
And the outbuildings, yes. So outside, near the outbuildings, you see a couple of swarthy-looking grounds staff are talking with Derek Desley. And
Outside?
outside as you approach the outbuildings, I'll tell you what it looks like once I find it.
By outbuildings, do you mean the buildings to the right of the sleeping serpent?
No, this is in the temple itself. Within the
Or there. Sorry.
Yeah. Within the walls, there are a couple of sort of shanty wooden structures. So it's a kennel, and also some shabbily made wooden structures, which are the quarters for servants who, they say, well, yeah, we patrol these grounds at night. But, and we tend to the gardens and all that. But, so Derek is looking at you like, so did you enjoy your tour there?
Yes, we did. Thank you, Derek. Will you be joining us at the Slithering Serpent for a drink?
Says, oh, I like a good party myself. I wouldn't miss it.
We'll see you there. First drink's on me.
Well, that's very kind of you.
So,
So these are just a bunch of shitty buildings.
It's just a bunch of shitty buildings, yeah.
so
Those
gang.
wolves look hungry and bitey. Sorry, dogs, I should say, not wolves at all.
All right. Well, me and myself, just me alone. I'm gonna go back to the Shivering Serpent then.
Excellent. You go back to whatever the serpent it is. So you all are back at the slumbering serpent.
And our plan
Shivering
is to
Serpent.
get everybody drunk and see if anybody lets slip what's actually going on here. Is that the official plan?
Yeah, the plan is get everybody. Listen, we're gonna pretend we're pouring like moonshine, and we're gonna have water. We'll have like one glass or something.
I do want to say, and I've transformed back to half elf, I guess. Here.
Spider,
Yeah, I'm no longer a spider.
half spider, half elf.
Hey-o.
Whoa.
I'm just putting it out there. Be ready for an ambush. There's a lot of people I think that might be gunning for us now. I think we're on to something. And I'm going to say this. If we can get Ruskadel or Derek, we can get either of those two singled out, I wouldn't mind roughing them up a little bit. Maybe even doing a little bit more damage than that. Because I don't.
Oh shit!
Derek seems to me like he'd wet his pants if we backed him into a corner. So I say let's pick on Derek, bully him
Wet
a
his
little bit.
pants. Wet his pants.
Yeah, it's time to get medieval on their asses.
Yeah,
But everybody gets a round first to like loosen things up.
yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Norman, you don't have any poison or anything, do you, on you?
No, I've got medicine.
What about you, Glonda? Any poison? You put anything in their drinks to slumber them up, or maybe put a truth serum in there?
I don't think I have anything like that.
You don't think you have anything like that?
No.
Got some
Straight-
rope.
Straight
I know
from
you're
Ireland.
back in the homeland. You used to have things like that.
All right.
Nope.
While you're going through your stuff, and I can tell you that none of you has any poison because you're all fine, upstanding people, not
Wow.
dastardly poison users.
We needed a rogue. Where's a rogue when you
Where's
need
a rogue one? When you get back, there's a fair number of people here lured in by the promise of a good time and a free drink. You find Zacharias is there. His wife is there. The kids are not there. As well as, what is his name? I've got it written down here. Alan and Marique, not Marika. Again, the farmer and his wife, whose pig you talked to. That's how we know them, but there you go. Trevor is Zacharias' right-hand man, and he and Zacharias' wife are here. Derek pulls in a few minutes later. Ruskadel and his two men are here. There's also an older woman in her 70s who is by the bar. Actually, no, she's seated in one of those nice chairs, and she's drinking, and she is talking to a guy you haven't met yet, a kind of a weedy-looking guy who is dressed finely, and nearby are two thugs, I want to say, who are sort of looking around for trouble near him. And then also, no, let's say that's it, who's here. That's a good number of people.
Joe John, I believe you were going to buy a round. Let's start it up.
Well, I purchased rounds for Misha and Derek. I made no other promises.
Misha show isn't here yet.
Okay, Norman, you can have Misha's round.
Thank you.
And which there's a general cheer from the people.
Joe John, why don't you offer him a drink and ask to speak to him privately, and we'll follow into the room with you, and
Who?
then we'll bring
Derek?
Yeah,
Derek!
thunder onto his ass.
My man.
Yes, Jojonderon, is it?
Hey, Olwen, pint for me, please.
Coming right up, Jojonderon.
Pint of wine. Would you like a pint of wine as well, Derek?
A pint of what?
I'll give you a glass. Derek says, "No, I'm fine, thanks."
Derek, I insist. Olwen has the finest or Lane has the finest wine, and Olwen serves it the best. But how about you and me? I'd love to pick your brain out on the patio.
Says, no, I'm good here, actually. I imagine there will be some good times starting up in just a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to Derek's left ear, and I'm gonna grab my 5 javelins. Derek,
You can grab one javelin.
I have 5 javelins in my hand right now, and I want to show them to you on the patio. How would you come with me? And we can have a nice pint of wine on the patio.
This is so funny.
He turns to you and says, "Oh, I thought you were an honorable knight, one of those nobles I heard so much about. You're really threatening me, are you? Is that what I'm?"
I am intimidating you, and I'm going to roll for it.
Ah, I see. That's completely different. All right, let's see how that rolls.
Come on, Joe.
Come on, Joe, do it.
Joe.
Here you go.
I got 4.
Oh,
4
It's not great.
damn it.
plus 6.
Plus 6.
A whole
So
10.
he looks at you steely in the eye and looks. He has this. You have this sense that he's seen better threats, and he says, "Well, if you really want to skewer me with your javelins, there, friend, I guess you'll have to do it in front of all these fine people."
Uh-oh, we didn't plan for this.
I think this was going to happen no matter what.
What can I
Guys,
do
we
now?
can't have a bar fight. That's what happened in the other bar.
Yeah.
What can I do? I can't intimidate him again.
I'm going to come over and I'm going to put my hand on Joe Jondron's shoulder and just say, in my uncharismatic best self, just say, look, Derek, that's your name, right? Derek?
It
Sorry,
is.
my
You're Turgar,
brother,
right?
Huh?
You're Turgar, right?
Yeah, that's right. Good for you. My brother had one too many to drink since the service, and I apologize. We won't be a bother to you. And I pull Joe Jondron towards the door, making eyes at both Glonda and Gnorman to let's head to the door.
I head to the door.
At this point, Ramna has arrived and is deep in conversation over a book with Nimralian.
Oh, good for them.
Okay, you all congregate by the door.
One of you should go talk to Ramna and fill him in on this. I don't think he wants to talk to Joe Jondron and I, or at least me, because I did steal his stuff. And give him a heads up that I think trouble's in store. Or do we just want to fight?
He'll help. He said he'd help.
Yeah, we invited him here. We're good.
He gave you some cool shit.
Okay, let's stick around then. Let's just stay around Ramna and Nim.
Okay.
Ray, Leon.
Nice of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to do this evening? The evening starts. The incident with Derek and Joe Jondron doesn't appear to have been seen by anybody. It certainly did not spoil the mood, which generally starts getting uplifting. And on hearing that a famous bard is in their midst, calls immediately start going out to play us a song. Play us a song, dwarf.
Me?
Yeah.
Don't make me sing.
Play us a song.
Oh no, I couldn't. Take me to church. On the side of my head.
Let's have you roll performance. Roll your type 20 and add a performance check to it.
Okie dokie. Shoot.
That doesn't look very good.
What was it? It was a 9? Okay,
Yeah.
it's an 11.
It's an 11. Yeah. Well, it's not terrible. They certainly have not experienced what the big city has to offer or anything. So
Can I roll a perception check?
please.
Okay.
Oh, actually, that's totally the wrong. Let's do that instead. All right.
Oh, I rolled 2. Shit.
Okay.
How did I roll 2?
Let's cut the difference and say it's a 15. So,
Okay.
And what is your perception rating?
That is a plus 4.
It's pretty
So
decent.
19. Yeah.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
I'm looking to read the room and to see if body language, to see if anyone has got a hand on a hilt or anything like that. Like if anyone's getting
Or if
ready to
anyone-
fight.
Quietly going like this.
You
I couldn't
don't-
see you. What did you do? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Like I'm reading body language, people in the room.
It's a mix of suspicion and camaraderie. There's definitely a line in the sand where some people are, there are people congregating on one side and people congregating on the other.
And are we on the northern? Because on my map, I don't. Everyone except for me looks like they're outside.
Yeah.
Where are we in that room?
Oh, I haven't really set anything up where you can push yourself wherever you want to be, basically.
Well, where are the baddies right now? The people that where's Ramna?
Okay, Ramna. Let's put him where he needs to be. He's over here.
I think we're congregated around him.
Okay.
He's like our dad now.
He's like your dad. Let's put you there, and
I
I'll
stole
bring in,
from him.
Our wizard dad.
let's bring in Derek.
I wonder what would happen if we did this to Derek. Kind of like a we're on to you. You know?
What do you mean?
Like, because Ramna said they're part of it, right? The cult thing, and that this is
Yeah.
a symbol. So I'm wondering if we, as outsiders, did this to members of this cult, if it would be like us outing them.
I would like to have done that if I had him on the patio.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't want to do it in the restaurant
Yeah.
or in the inn.
I'm just wondering if at this point they're not. I think we've killed the troglodytes, which I'm suspecting are their minions, or they're in league with them. And by doing what I did, I don't think we can go with the covert stuff anymore. I think we need to start taking them apart piece by piece. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
who are our suspects? Should I
Well,
try the
Jared-
intimidation thing
Jared
against-
Ruskadel, Mish, Marika.
Misha.
Yeah.
Okay, should I try the old 5 javelins trick with Ruskadel?
Try the old. Allie, you're muted.
Another option could be because we talked about following the money, because Ruskadel and Derek and they're kind of are policing these caravans, right? And the caravans are taking the goods, they're paying little to nothing for them. They're shipping them off to some unknown place. And so somebody is reaping the rewards of this town, and I suspect that could lead to the source of this great evil.
Mhm.
If we could maybe get them to let us know when the next caravan's passing through or going out. I say we follow the money.
That's a good plan.
So if we make like we're allies, maybe.
I just don't think we're at this point. I think they're onto us, that we're not allies.
Yeah.
I just don't see them buying us as anything other than a problem and a nuisance. And I suspect that with the clientele that are in here tonight, that they're going to try to get rid of us tonight. I don't think they're long gaming us now. They just don't know how powerful we are.
Okay, well, it's 9:30, so we should think about what our last move is going to be in preparation for next week.
Mm-hmm.
Should
Well, there's
we-
going to be a fight. There's no denying that.
Come on.
Should we try and torture Zacharias? Or should we
No,
lightly
Zacharias.
ask-
Oh,
Zacharias-
Zacharias. Cool.
Zacharias
Yeah,
can't be
Cut
our-
his head
let's
off,
try
perhaps?
Ruskadel.
Would that be the right move?
Ruskadel.
Yeah, Ruskadel.
Or should we
I
just
like that Derek guy. I
Try
still
and-
want to fight that Derek guy.
I know we lost our chance. We didn't roll very well.
Can I try and use my tiny curvy body to elude Derek outside
Sure, or into one of those rooms.
or into one of those rooms?
Yeah.
Okay, well, after your number, a lot of eyes are on you. So at the end of your set, you could go down and have a chat with him.
Sure. Hey, cutie. Ah. Do you like my? Do you like?
Let's have you roll your persuasion. So roll your die 20 and add your persuasion to it.
Okie dokie.
Oh, that looks pretty damn good.
What is it? It didn't show me.
It's a natural 20.
Oh, plus 4.
When you roll a 20, it doesn't get much better than
Plus
that.
4.
Plus 4. Okay, it gets 4 better than that is what it gets.
Thank you.
So he's like, that was exceptionally well done, Glonda. You are a credit to this to the town.
Thank you. Thank
So-
you. I wrote that song myself.
Wow, that's impressive.
Thank you. You know, you're quite strong looking.
He's not actually at all.
Shush. I know that.
He's got 14 strength, so he's got a little bit of pipe, but not a whole lot.
Are you married?
No, never found the time. Too busy.
No time like the present, eh?
Did you ask him to get married? He's got a glass of water by this point.
Married. Entangled.
He looks you up and down and says, "You're propositioning me.
Possibly. Want
What?
to talk about this in private somewhere?
That is super flattering.
Thank you.
Wow, a real full-on bard. Seeing if I want to go somewhere quiet, maybe that'd be nice."
Maybe.
So in the meantime, me, Gnorman, and Tergar have snuck into that closet, and I have my great sword out.
There's the closet or our room?
Well, wherever you're gonna guide him, we're already in there.
I'm gonna guide him to our room upstairs.
Okay, we're in there. I got my great sword out.
Cool. What do
Okay,
you say? I've got a room upstairs.
says, "Well, lead on, luscious bard. I'd be happy to have a few words with you."
Cool. And then I grab his, I don't know, tie or whatever, and
Tie.
I don't know.
There's something stringing hanging out. I'm sure you
Yeah.
can read it by.
And then I lead him upstairs, and then I go, "Oops, I think my key's here somewhere." Key, clink, clink. And I open the door, and then, wham!
Can you elaborate on Fwam?
Yeah. Nothing happens. The lights are off. He can't see anybody.
Lights are off.
Yeah. You guys are hiding in the dark.
Yeah.
You've all
Yeah.
got dark vision, so
Let in. I shut the door behind the two of you as you come in.
And then I'm gonna try to seduce him onto the bed. He still doesn't see you guys. We want to get him in a vulnerable position.
Go on.
please
Gnorman, you go.
describe for our viewers what that looks like, Christine.
Sure. Essentially,
Remember,
I'm
this is
doing.
family friendly.
I say, hop on. I'll be right there. Just gotta freshen up my voice, and then I go.
You do a bunch of vocal warm-ups.
That's right. And then
The
he
lips
gets on
that
the
keep
bed,
it to
and
the
I
tongue.
say, I'm into some crazy stuff, and I grab my rope. I tie him to the bed.
Okay, he does not go for that at all.
Okay, never mind. He's just on the bed.
Okay, and that's when you guys pull your big reveal.
And then, yeah, I'm at the foot of the bed, and the guys are come out from the corners, and we
And
do the
I've
big
transformed
wham.
into a wolf again. The snarling, angry, saliva dripping from my mouth wolf, and I pounce onto him with my two mighty paws on his chest. And
I
then,
want to put my great sword on his neck so that it hovers like a millimeter in front of his neck and kind of cuts it a little bit, like this.
He's got a sword and a wolf on him.
It says,
Norman?
yeah, what does Norman do to threaten?
I am riding the wolf.
Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna start singing a different Hosier song. And I fall in love just a little bit. So
Just to mask the sound of the violence. Yeah.
Nice. So for all of this, he's a little freaked out on the onset of violence, and barely has the time to throw out his quick and witty rejoinder of, "So you're all going to be watching, are you, or you're joining in?"
Oh, he's so stupid. It's because I rolled a 20. It's good. Do we not get him attack with advantage?
Derek, what do we want to know? What's the first we want to know?
I thought we were just beating him up.
We want to get answers. We want to know what this thing is, don't we?
It's a cult.
He's significantly freaked out by. all
Wait,
this
Christine, you just want to beat him up and get no answers?
I thought that was the point.
Christine, Glonda gets off on that.
I thought we wanted to make one of them piss themselves and then go get the other one. Wasn't that what we were talking about?
I thought the piss himself was to make him so scared that he'd tell us anything.
Oh, okay. Are you scared?
He says, yeah, okay, get the wolf off. What do you want? Get the wolf off.
The hell is this?
It's what they do. It's what they do. Get him off of me.
Hey,
The other folks in this thing. Listen. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. Just get the wolf off. Get the wolf off.
And I
Alright.
back off, my paws come off, and I back up a little bit, but I sit ready to pounce and snarling at him the whole time.
Who is the first person that you saw do this?
now.
Well, listen. If I tell you, they'll kill me. I gotta.
Just
You gotta help me out of here.
And then at
You
that, I
don't
pounce. And
We'll kill you.
He doesn't believe you're gonna kill him because you're an honorable knight and all that.
Okay, I'll just chop off your pinky finger.
Okay, well you put it like that. He says, "Well, the first person it was a Bramo. It was a Bramo.
Zabramo.
It was a Bramo.
Yeah.
Learned the S at the beginning.
A Bramo.
What is this? What is this group? This group of people who are believe in this some power and are against all the other villagers.
And how much of the town is in on it?
I don't know exactly, like maybe half, but they want more. Listen, they're crazy. They're just following her. They're doing what she wants.
Who's she?
Misha?
No, she's charmed like the rest of them. They're all charmed by her.
Please say it's not Belba.
Belba? No, she's too.
Oh, thank
They
God.
haven't come for her yet, but I think it's only a matter of time.
Who?
He looks around. He looks at you and says, "Explictica. That's the one you want. If you're looking to finish this,
Exploitica?
Explictica.
How do you spell?
Where can we find Explictica?
No, you don't want to find her. She'll chew you up and spit you out.
Maybe
I
that's what
like
we
being
want.
chewed up and spit out.
Yeah.
Well, no. You gotta let me go. I've told you enough. I told you too much. You blew it, man. You blew it for me.
Terragar, tear his throat out.
I got back on his chest, and I got my teeth right on his throat. I don't pinch just yet, but I've got them there.
Okay, he says, all right. I mean, listen, I can't just. What do you want?
We want to know where she is. Where can we find Explictica?
Explictica?
And where did she get this extra power? And why is she doing all these things?
First thing, where?
She got her hideout out in the Rushmores.
Rushmores. Fucking knew it.
What is this? Why did you join her? Why did you?
You just don't get it. You don't get a choice. If you don't join, she'll eat you, or she'll have something else eat you, or you get killed and get raised up as a zombie. It's terrible out there.
Who is she?
Does the group have a name?
They don't have a name. They're just the cult, I guess. They follow her like some kind of god.
Did the cult give you some sort of power?
Oh man, you're really twisting my ass here.
Well,
Listen,
we
the
get to that
thing is that they try and get you, and then they bring you to Explictica, and she'll run a whammy on you to charm you. And if you don't get charmed, then you get eaten. But sometimes it doesn't work. She tried it on me, and it didn't work, but I played along. See, I played along, and that's how I managed to stay alive. So yeah, I'm with them, I guess, but it's just a good deal for now. When I get enough money, I'm out of here, man.
Okay, what's upstairs at the temple?
Oh man, that's a crazy fuckfest up there, is what it is.
Can you
Be more specific?
It's where Abramo is, and he's got that kid. Things he's doing to her makes me shiver.
What kid?
What is Explictica? Is she a human? Is she a wizard?
Explictica? No, she's like some giant snake.
Oh.
But she's powerful, man. I barely resisted her, and if I didn't hold out those days that I was there, I'm sure I'd be a goner.
Hmm. Would you take us to her?
No. It's too dangerous. Too dangerous.
My dog go around his throat again and jump back.
Listen, at this point, it doesn't matter if you take us to her or not. When we meet her, we're going to tell her you sent us. So you might as well show us the way and spare yourself
Possibly.
some future agony.
Yeah, and
We're
join us
talking
on
map.
the winning team.
We love maps.
And rocks.
And I had to ask you if you would take us to her because Tergar texted me to ask you that.
Because I can't talk as a wolf.
Oh, nice. Okay. At this point, he starts coughing extremely loudly, and he's like gasping for breath, almost turning blue, it would seem.
Loosen your grip, Tergar. Jeez.
He's like wheezing through his coughing. He says, "My medicine. I need my medicine."
Oh shit.
The
I've got
heals wound
medicine.
twice. The Ramdas potion.
I know. Do we use it though?
Yes.
And he's like pawing at his jacket, but he can't get to it because you
Oh,
guys
he has
are-
something in his pocket.
It's
Yeah.
blood medicine.
Quick, Norman, use your nimble
Norman.
hands.
Got it.
Okay.
Plucked it.
Inside is a small vial of a sort of a milky white substance. It's like almost like fluid, but it sort of wafts around, and he's grappling towards it, desperate to breathe.
All right. This is all yours if you just agree to take us to Explictica.
He's nodding his head violently. Yes.
Here you go, my friend.
Okay, and he slaps it down and drinks it, and he immediately stops wheezing, almost as if it was an act. And right before you, he dematerializes, turning into a gas,
Damn it.
and falls beneath your grasp. And the gas wisps out the window.
A ruse.
I knew it. I knew we shouldn't have given him anything.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wow,
That was so
fell for another ruse.
That's so hot. Wow, we learned a lot in this last 5 minutes.
You
Good
sure
work,
did.
Rhonda.
A little bit of intimidation and violence goes a long way.
Yeah, that was good, guys. See? We got there. We actually
There's a little
moved
bit
places
of-
today.
Persuasion.
We've got Ramnas clearly on our side. We now know who the baddies are, or at least a few of them.
So Explictica's got to be the reason that all this shit's going
Yeah.
down.
We got to
Let's go
take
there.
out Explictica. Also, the name of the hottest nightclub in Mykonos right now.
Al's doing his zoom in effect, which I know he's been desperate to do this entire time.
Okay, so let's go to freaking the woods next, eh?
Yeah,
Rushmores.
feel like that's an excellent chapter stop for the evening, folks.
Yes.
Actually, no. Before we chapter stop, we have a few minutes, or is anyone desperate to rush?
We got a couple minutes.
Okay, so what do you want to do for the rest of your evening? I guess.
Let's take a long rest.
Okay,
Yeah,
so Do you go back down to the party, or
Yeah,
you,
let's go down. Let's have a couple of drinks. Let's just be nice to everybody. We're not gonna be like violent or angry or questioning anyone. We're just gonna have fun. And then at the end of the night, we're gonna come up and we're gonna have a long rest, and the next session will start bright and early.
Yeah, we'll just say Derek offered us some Quaaludes, and so we all went upstairs. But then,
is there any of us that does not require a long rest right now? Like their health is good, their spells are good.
I think like we can get some spells back.
Just because I ask only because he left in a mist-like form. We have no idea when he's coming back.
Well, we'll close the window.
I'm wondering if someone should be on guard. Or at the very least, Andrew, can we have a long rest where we do a rotating watch? Is that like, I don't know in D&D if that's something you need to do, but
yeah, traditionally you can set up a watch so that people. In fact, no, you're half elves. Elves don't need as much sleep, but humans, half elves do, and gnomes and dwarves. So you all kind of need that time, but I will allow that you can rest and keep watch as part of your long rest.
okay.
Question then. Let's just pretend we're doing a long rest right now within these 10 seconds in real life.
Done.
And we've done the watch. Did he come back?
Well, interesting that you should mention that. So I will just wrap it up to say it like this. You guys spend the rest of the evening downstairs for a while, having some drinks, chatting with some people. We can get into those interactions later, but at the end, people do wind up the party. Everything feels like it was a good time, and they're pleased to have you around. You go back upstairs and you sleep. Sometime during the middle of the early evening, no, maybe it's in early morning, I'd say. So it's late. It's into the third watch, we'll say, and you have heard nothing. It is otherwise passed for a pleasant evening, but at some point you smell smoke.
Dun dun dun.
Yes. In fact, it smells like an awful lot of smoke, and it's coming from downstairs, but you hear nothing.
Oh no.
Dun, dun, dun. So this is where we will leave our chapter stop, and I will just roll randomly to see whose watch that was on, and does it actually show up for everybody? Probably not.
What are you doing?
I was rolling a die for myself to see who was around. I'm going to say it's on Turgar's watch. That's who it was on. So yes, Turgar smells the scent of smoke slightly at first, but then significantly.
And it's not just my 5 javelins rubbing together a bit too much.
No, that smells different.
Okay.
Yep. Cool. So that's where we'll leave it for this week. Anything you all want to part with before we wrap it up for this evening?
Spooky. Merry Christmas.
For everyone that's listening, Merry Christmas. Sorry, everyone that partakes in the Christmas tradition, Merry Christmas. Those of you that don't, I hope you have a happy holiday, and drive safe.
Wear a mask.
Royalty Transpo's free, but don't use it if you don't need to.
It's free, but they just want to tempt you in.
Yeah.
Welcome to Lockdown 2.0.
Shut down.
Wear a mask.
Should we have been doing this in masks? Should we have been wearing a mask for this session?
Please, this is the only time I'm not wearing a mask.
Fair enough.
That's not true. I never leave my house.
all right.
Well, thanks very much, everybody. I guess we'll see you all in 2 weeks for
New Year.
6.
Wait, will it be the new year?
Yes.
It will be the new year.
It will be the new year, yeah. Either that or the 37th of December.
Which is a possibility. It's a never-ending year.
That's true.
All
All right. Well, good
Good
night,
night,
everybody.
everybody.
We'll see you again soon.
Good night, everybody.
Happy Christmas. Happy New Year.